The crystalline chamber of the Galactic Council fell silent as Ambassador Orla's message played for the third time. Her voice, calm and measured, echoed through the translators worn by 700 delegates representing species from across the Orion Arm. Effective immediately, humanity is withdrawing from all diplomatic channels with the Galactic Council. We will no longer attend sessions, respond to communications, or participate in joint ventures. Our embassy stations are being evacuated. This is not negotiable. Farewell. Councillor Thexeral, a Varanthi whose species had ruled the council for 4 millennia, slammed 3 of his 6 manipulator limbs against his podium. This is unacceptable. The humans cannot simply abandon their obligations. Harry Chen sat in the observation deck above the council chamber, watching the chaos unfold below. As Orla's deputy for the past 8 years, he'd helped craft humanity's exit strategy. Now he was here to witness the aftermath and to ensure no one followed them home. The Varanthi had made their fatal mistake 6 months ago. They'd demanded access to humanity's quantum communication network, claiming it was too dangerous for a single species to monopolize. When Earth refused, the Council had voted to impose sanctions. Then came the blockades. Then came the accidental destruction of the human agricultural station at Kepler 442b. 300 colonists had died in that accident. Harry's jaw tightened as he watched Thexeral gesticulate wildly, his translator rendering his words into clipped standard. We gave them everything. We welcomed them into our civilization. And this is how they repay us? A Zethian delegate, her bioluminescent skin pulsing with agitation, rose from her seat. Perhaps we pushed too hard. The humans are different. They don't respond to pressure the way we anticipated. Different? Thexeral's voice dripped with contempt. They're barely 3 centuries spacefaring. They should be grateful we allow them any autonomy at all. Harry allowed himself a cold smile. That was the problem, wasn't it? The Council had grown complacent, accustomed to younger species falling in line, accepting their place in the carefully maintained hierarchy. They'd miscalculated humanity's response. His quantum communicator vibrated silently. A message from Orla transmitted from somewhere in the Sol system. Phase 2 initiated. The mouse is letting go of the cheese. The Galactic Council had built their entire civilization on a foundation of shared technology, most of it human in origin, though they'd never admitted it. The quantum communications network that connected thousands of worlds across light years? Humanity had shared that freely 7 decades ago. The fusion torch drives that made interstellar commerce practical? Human design, gifted to the Council in the spirit of cooperation. Even the medical nanites that had tripled the average Varanthi lifespan had come from human researchers. But the Council had made a critical assumption, that humanity needed them more than they needed humanity. Harry watched as Thexeral called for order, his voice taking on a dangerous edge. We will send a fleet to Earth. They will learn the cost of defiance. You'll find that difficult, Harry said. His voice amplified throughout the chamber. 700 heads, or their equivalents, turned to look at him. The human who sat silent in our midst, Thexeral hissed. Explain yourself. Harry stood, walking to the railing of the observation deck. Humanity built the infrastructure that holds your council together. The quantum network, the fusion drives, the medical technology, all of it has a built-in handshake protocol with Earth-based servers. And as of 20 minutes ago, those servers stopped responding to non-human queries. The chamber erupted. Delegates frantically checked their personal devices. Communication officers rushed to their consoles. The truth dawned on them in waves. They were alone. Without the quantum network, communication between star systems would revert to light-speed transmissions, messages taking years or decades to reach their destinations. Without the fusion torch upgrades, interstellar travel would become exponentially more expensive. Without the medical nanites, plague and disease would return. You're bluffing, Thexral said, but his voice wavered. You wouldn't cripple the entire galaxy. We're not crippling anything, Harry replied. We're taking back what's ours. You called us primitive. You called us ungrateful. You destroyed our station and killed our people because we wouldn't submit to your demands. So now you're on your own. A Thaxi delegate, known for her diplomatic acumen, floated forward. Surely we can negotiate. Name your terms. There are no terms, Harry said. Humanity is done negotiating with species that view us as children to be controlled or resources to be exploited. We offered you friendship. You responded with colonialism. So now, you get nothing. Our civilizations will collapse, a delegate shrieked. No, they won't, Harry said calmly. You're advanced species with millennia of history. You'll rebuild your own systems, develop your own technologies. It will take time, perhaps centuries, but you'll manage. Humanity did it. Now it's your turn. Thexral's skin had turned a sickly gray. This is revenge for Kepler 442b. This is consequence, Harry corrected. You taught us what we needed to know about the Galaxy Counselor. That power is the only language you truly understand. And right now, humanity holds all of it. He turned toward the exit, then paused. Oh, and don't bother looking for Earth. We've encrypted our navigational data and moved our quantum beacons. You'll need to develop your own faster-than-light communication if you want to find us. Good luck. As Harry left the chamber, the cacophony of 700 panicking species filled the air behind him. Orla had been right. Sometimes the only way to earn respect was to stop seeking approval. Humanity had left the galactic stage, and the galaxy would have to learn to live without them.